Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. My name is Christine Josty, and I'm from Mail Something Pretty. And this is my weekly live. We do this every week at this time. So where I am, it is Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So whatever time it is for you, welcome and thanks for joining and watching on the replay. Um, Let me know once you guys are on. I don't know if there's anybody. This looks like someone has just popped on. Let me know that you can hear me and see me, and then we're all is good. In the past, I have talked for several minutes and no sound has come up. So I always make sure. So Nancy's here. Hi, Nancy. You are always prompt. So great. Okay, Mary Lou can hear me. Susan's here. Awesome. Okay, so as you come in, say hello. Let me know that you're watching. It's more fun to watch, to do, perform, stamp when this. I know people are watching and responding and commenting. It's kind of like a conversation, kind of. All right, so we have fun things. It's been rainy here forever. We have had so much rain where I am. Hi, Cindy and Jeanne. Hello, excellent. So I thought it would be fun to send some sunshine around the world. And so those are the cards we're going to do today. I actually saw a similar card, one that inspired me on, there is a Facebook page only for demonstrators, Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, called Demonstrator Planning Place. I think that's what it's called. They changed the name. It used to be called something else. It was even more confusing. But anyways, as a demonstrator, you have access to this Facebook group. And so there are all sorts of things in it. And people post cards that they make every day. So there's always an assortment and there's never a loss of samples. So one I saw, and I'll show you which part inspired me. And so that is what I'm doing today. Hi, Kim. So we can certainly talk about if you wanted to join. Stamp It Up and have access to that Facebook page. And there's all sorts of other benefits. Let me know. All right, so let's see. Let me switch to my screen and actually, well, let me switch. Okay, those are the cards we're going to make. But before we do that, I just wanted to show you one card I received in the mail yesterday. My birthday was a couple weeks ago, and I think belated birthday cards are awesome. I send many. And so I love to receive them. And I just wanted to show you, I had sent a little video of all the birthday cards I received and from some of you on here. And so this is one more. But one, I wanted to thank Jenny for making this awesome card that is full of detail. But also I wanted to show it to you because I think it's a wonderful Valentine's card. So instead of happy birthday, you could just write happy Valentine's Day or just omit that. And how perfect is that for Valentine's? You get the heart paper from the Delightfully Eclectic paper. You have, I forget the name of the stamp set, but it's at the beginning of the catalog, the new catalog, and it's just perfect. So Jenny, thank you. I love it. All right, I'm gonna hang it up. I have all my birthday cards hanging up on my wall, so everyone in club gets to see them. All right, and the second thing before we get to this is I sent out an email this morning. So if you are not on my email list, I will put a comment. Let's see if I'm savvy. Let's see if I'm savvy. I might not be savvy enough to put the link in the comment. I have other stuff prompted, and I changed the link. That's why. Otherwise, I would just type it in. Let's see. Here we go. Copy. Let's see. Let's see if that's the right one. I just updated my, I wrote about it last week, actually, in my email, my thank you gift, welcome gift for signing up for my email. So if you're not on my mailing list, I suggest that you join because I send out lots of good things. So what I sent today was I have a new online class and I'm trying to do them once a month. It hasn't been quite once a month, but that is my goal. And I'm showing you how to make, I should have brought up the other one, but diorama cards based off a tent fold. So that's kind of a tent fold, this little fold. Thanks, Mary Lou. And so that's like one of the, see how you can kind of, it's a little diorama card. And then these, hold on, a little diorama card. You can kind of see the waves come through. And then this one has extra depth to it. And then I show you how to make this diorama card. And you can use whatever stamps and papers and stuff that you have, but that is the class. And so that was sent out. So that I think, that I was prepped for. I will put that in the comments. And then, all right. Sometimes I think I'm good, and sometimes I really mess up. All right, so now we can get to this one. I just want to make sure I say everything. I'll remind you guys about my open house at the end. I think a lot of you already signed up for it. Okay, so these are the cards that we're going to make. And actually, I'm going to make one more. And so this is the paper that I kind of was using. It's called Sunny Days, and it's free. Here it is in the Sale-a-bration catalog. So Sale-a-bration is almost half over. So if you order anything for $50, you can get this whole pack of paper for free. And I think it's my favorite one. The favorite of everything in this catalog is this paper because I like bright colors and happiness and stuff. So I'm going to show you. So you have these fun rainbows that you can color in. You don't have to leave them just this color. And you get these fun shaded spruce flowers. You get these sunshine. This is my favorite paper, all-time favorite paper in this pack. Some clouds. And you get other clouds on the reverse side. I'm trying to think which flowers these are. The top of my head, Susan, you might know. I put you on the spot. Some nice kind of plaid, peachy plaid, and strawberries. If anyone has that strawberry punch from a couple years ago, you can use that with this paper. You can use paper without it too, but you get some nice kind of graphic butterflies. And that's my favorite paper again. And then the cherries. And there's a cherry punch too in the annual catalog. So you can pair up the cherries with that punch. And you get some nice, I think it's pool party with some stripes. So it's a pack of paper that I love. So we're going to use it. All right, so let me show you what I first did. Try to hide that little glare. So I made this card first, and I wasn't exactly happy with it. So I probably could add some more to it, but I stopped. And so I kind of morphed into. I made this one. I love square cards, and I think it just lends itself really nice because you just have a circle and then a square and the cloud paper, and then I added some clouds, and then on the inside I just added some sunshine. So it just says sending sunshine your way, and so I think it could be for anything. Thanks, Mary Lou. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. So I'm using Pool Party, which is a great blue. Some work I already did. So I might be making 4 cards because these are kind of quick and easy. So I'm gonna make, I think, 4 variations of cards. All right, so I'm going to turn my paper this way, and I'm going to cut, because this is already 8.5 inches long, and so a square card, I just do them 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 because 8.5 in half is 4 1/4. So I'm just going to cut over this way 4 1/4. So that is a card base, and I'm just going to do one more since we're making 2 out of the sheet of paper. I could have scored it first, but then I have this left over, so I don't necessarily want a score line on that scrap. So these ones I score on their own. If I'm cutting like a regular standard card out of cardstock, I will then score it first and then cut. I think we had that discussion not too long ago. All right, so those are my 2 card bases. So I'm going to use one for now, one for later. And I'm actually going to, let's see. This is the one I'm kind of copying from. I did ask you a question, Susan. Did I catch you off guard? Let me show you. I just didn't know off the top of your head. What kind of flowers are these? I don't know if they're anemone, if I'm even saying that right. I'm thinking it might be now that I'm looking at it. I'm showing you. So let me know. If you know. If you don't know, that's okay. Okay. So so it's a square card. You can hold this way or this way. I like to do it so it opens this way because then it sits on someone's tabletop or mantle better than this way because it can kind of flop. Now, sometimes if you're tying ribbon, you want to tie ribbon around, then I understand doing it that way, but I'm going to show you something to do so you don't have to do that. So it goes this way and goes that way. And I just realized, but we'll find out. I don't think I brought the stuff for the middle of this cards, but I did for the other 2. All right. So I'm going to do this one opposite. These two are very similar. So I'm going to do just kind of opposite the grays and opposite the sunshine. So since that one had the dark gray, I'm going to do the light gray on that one when we need to cut our paper. So I'll show you up close. So you get a full sheet. It's a great paper also for scrapbooking. I think I'm not a big scrapbooker, but I think this would make itself nice because then if you put, you photograph, if you kind of went to the zoo in the rain or something, you have all those rain clouds and you'd have your photograph. And I think it's good scrapbook paper. That's okay, Susan. Sorry to put you on the spot. And then the other side, you have clouds into rain. So you could just use this rain part for something. And then I like how it's kind of an ombre effect, so it goes lighter. And so one of my cards, yeah, I'll show you. One of them does that. So I'm going to cut in. Since this is 4 1/4, a lot of times I would just go down 1/4 inch to 4 by 4, but I have this border in there. And so my border or my layer, that's 4 by 4. So you could either go down by another 1/4 inch, and so be 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. But I did my border really skinny, and so I'm just going to go down by 1/8. And I don't want to scare you guys with the measurements. So this was 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. This is 4 by 4 because I just went down 1/4 inch. I'm only going to go down 1/8 of an inch on that one. So rather than, so here's my 4 by 4, I'm just going to go down 1/8 of an inch. I did a video a long time ago, but it's actually one of my most watched videos on that. And if I find it, I'll post it on my page on the layers because it is helpful. All right. So there we go. So if I don't necessarily like that big cloud, I have 2 more options. So I'm going to do 3 1/4, or it's really 3 7/8. And I'll do that one for 3 7/8. So now these, I think, are better suited instead of this big cloud. But guess what? We're going to do a card with that. So we'll just use that side of that one. Okay. So I'll choose, I think I like this one better. So I'm just going to put that on this one. All right. Has it been raining where you guys live? I know in the Northeast we've had so much rain that the puddles are having a hard time receding. Obviously, my glue is almost out, but I want to use every last drop of it. All right. So these ones, it is a skinny border. Oh my goodness. Is that even? Hold on. Where's my? This one's a really skinny border. I think I didn't do it enough. Oh, you know what I did? Let me just double check. Aha. I cut that the wrong size. I cut that to the inside, I think. But that's all right. So I'm going to go down by another 1/8 of an inch on this one. So the measurements I gave you are right. I just did it wrong. So have you guys ever cut paper with glue on it before? I do it all the time. As you can see, I have glue all over here. That's all right. Just clean it up. So I'm just taking off another 1/8 of an inch on. Oh, it was doing that the other day when Anne was on here. It just kind of, I don't know why. Had a little mind of its own. All right, so I'm going to add a little glue because it may have dried a little bit. And I might be, I think I'm out of it. Okay, I have another one. That is much better. Okay, now it's really sticky though. All right. It's not perfect. It's a little skinnier on that side, but it was so tacky. Once it went down, it went down. So I'm going to actually, before I put the glue on this one, my guess is this is the same size. Yeah. So I'm just going to trim this one down before it gets sticky. Let's see. Nancy says, no rain or snow. 47. That's warm. Oh my goodness. It's like in the 20s today. It might still be. It was a little chilly today. Well, enjoy the warmth. You should go out in shorts. Mimi. Susan says, I feel mildewed. I don't know what that is, Susan. Sherry, thanks for coming on. Yeah, tempting, Nancy. I totally would. Go outside and go in shorts. Shorts and a sweatshirt. That's my favorite outfit, is shorts and a sweatshirt. All right. So I'm just doing 2 of these at once because they're almost the same card. So there we go. There are bases. I'm going to save that for another card. And so this, let's see. So this one, I think I'll still do the same thing. I'm just going to leave it without the ribbon. The next one I'll do the ribbon. So that just goes on. It again, these are simple, kind of on purpose. Because the paper's kind of doing all the work. All right. So I already, oh, but I didn't take the dots out. I already embossed Sending Sunshine Your Way on 2 different shapes. And I'll show you where I got the stamp and also where I got the die. I just need to take out all these dots because I thought I did it and I didn't. They come up pretty quick. So my virtual open house, which is this Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've been prepping for it, and we're using these dies for several projects. So I have all these little doodads all over my table and my floor. If you collected them, they could be fun little tiny shaker cards. But I'll give you some tips on how to work with those a little bit better. All right, so Sending Sunshine Your Way. I wonder if that one does need the ribbon. All right, so before I lose track, which is easy, this is where I got all the sentiments for the cards today. So this one is Sending Sunshine Your Way. Another card we're going to do Wishing You a Beautiful Day. And then another one we're doing Enjoy Today. They kind of all have the same vibe. Obviously, birthday can go for anything. And this is the stamp set and the dies, which I haven't opened yet, that Anne and I are using for our next live, which is the last Thursday. I think it's February 29th, which is somebody's birthday who's watching. Let's see. Yeah, these are the dies. I'm going to use a bunch in the open house. They're new. I didn't bring up the stamp set that goes with it, but it's also called Everyday Details. It has a little teacup and a bird's nest and a vase of flowers. But the dies stand on their own. You don't have to get the stamp set. You can just get the dies because they're pretty awesome. So I used the smaller circle to do that circle. And then this die, I used the this one, and it actually, when you cut it, it actually cuts 2 pieces, but I just put them back together. It's from Give It a Whirl. I also used the clouds. I know there's clouds from other sets, but these are the clouds that I have, so that's what I used. All right. Just trying to decide. Oh, here they are. So 2 pool parties. Yes, I know. I didn't want to say it was your birthday, Nancy. I know. I'm going to have to come up with a fun 18-year-old birthday card. This is the pool party ribbon, which I love, and I've used many strands of it, or spools of it. That's in the annual catalog. This is Sale-a-bration pool party ribbon. So you can kind of see that it's, yeah, is gusseted the right, I don't know if that's the right term. What's it called? Crinkle ribbon. So it's a little thicker, same color, a little thicker. So that's the difference. So I used the crinkle ribbon on this one because it's kind of billowy, and I thought with the clouds it kind of worked. Certainly that would work. So let's do it. Let's just do it. All right. I need my, because I already put my card together. My card opens this way. So how am I going to get the ribbon wrapped around? We're going to create a hole. So I'm going to put this in the center because that's where it's going to go. And I'm going to say my ribbon, and you can kind of see I did it here, goes a little bit under this way. So I'm just going to eyeball and punch a hole with my take your pick tool. And then I'm going to ever so carefully widen my hole. And you'll see why in a second. It's wide ribbon. So now I'm going to stick this through the front to the back. I think it's easier that way. Grab it. Sure. Oh, actually, I'm going to knot it on that side. So we'll deal with that in a second. So I'm just going to do a knot. Mary Lou, no bow. This is way too thick for a bow. This is a knot ribbon. So that was one knot. And then I'm going to do a double knot. Okay. And then I'm going to trim it. I trimmed it going that way, and then I tend to turn my card around this way, and I go this way. So then they're kind of opposite, you know, I guess they're going in the same direction. All right, so do you see how that like rolls over versus I got that one fairly flat? So what I did, you could either take scissors and put it in there and just do a little snip. Or what I did is I took my piercer and I just kind of pushed it, but that one doesn't seem to be pushing, so I'm just going to cut it. Just don't cut your ribbon. So then there's more of a slit. You can kind of straighten it out on the inside and then on this side. Just have to get that ribbon in the where the slit I just made. Okay. Or fold your card the other way, especially for this ribbon. All right, I think that's as straight. I think I tied it too tight. It doesn't want to straighten out, but I do have the slit there. But you can't really notice the slit with the card. So it's just a puffy ribbon, and we'll put some clouds on there. All right, so back to this. So this is just going to get attached with dimensionals. All right, I'll use these ones up. All right, so and then you play with it. It's kind of a fun ribbon. It's not for every project because I'm gonna have to fuss with this, but I'll fuss with it later. The edges of it are tight, and then you get all this extra like wiggle room, and so that's why it's kind of struggling in there. But anyway, so that is that. And so I didn't bring my inside, but I just put a little strip and I did the opposite. So I had like that. So that's that one. So those really the same cards, but with opposite background paper. And then we'll just finish up that one. Oh, and I have the clouds to put in. There we go. This one will do quick because there's no ribbon or anything. Yeah, the knot works really well for that. I think, I haven't tried it, but I think a bow would be way too thick with that ribbon. but it's kind of fun. I think it'd be really nice for like if you made a little bag with handles. I have to think on that. I have one more project design for my open house. That could be it. All right, so I already pre-cut some clouds. And we'll add some clouds to that one we just made too. All right, so this one, remember I said it cuts it separate, but that's okay because we're just going to put it back together. So I'm going to add just a little glue, just a couple little dots. I'll do my best to eyeball the, actually before I do that, in case I want any clouds to go underneath it, let me place where I want the clouds to go. I'm just copying, so I don't have to think. All right, so I'm gonna put this one down first because I think that sun's gonna go on top of them. So it's fine without the clouds on top because you have all those clouds on the paper, but it's just one more. That one I'm gonna pop up. I'm gonna have to cough. Sorry. I don't have my mute button on this one. Oh, I do. Okay. I still have that cough from weeks ago. All right, so now I'm going to put that in the middle. Push that down. And then this part I'm going to pop up. It's dimensionals. Two will do it. You just kind of put it back in there and it just pops up. Let's push that down for the glue. And I'm going to pop up this cloud as well. I'm just going to have it. I might have it go this way. A little bit different. Okay, so those are the two. A little closer. I have the clouds on top. And then these are the two with the ribbon. Oh, I didn't do the clouds. I'll go back and put the clouds on for that one. I'll do that after. Just put them together because I have two more cards to make, so I'll do that after. Okay, so those two I'll leave together. This is my next one. Yeah. Isn't it cute? So this is what I copied. So at the beginning, if you came on late, I was saying all Stampin' Up! Demonstrators have access to a private Facebook page called Demonstrator Party Place or Planning Place. It used to be party. It used to be all of it together. I'm sorry, I forget. And so demonstrators can be any level of someone who just signed up yesterday and has no experience. It doesn't. To someone who is like high up, #1 in the company. So it's a pretty big gamut of like 50,000 people have access. And so you get a lot of samples. So I forgot her name, but she did these cute little suns with the faces. So she actually used slightly different products. So let me tell you and show you what I used versus what she used. So there is a set in here that goes with this. They always do for let's begin here. Page 51. They always coordinate free Sale-a-bration products with stuff that there's usually in the new catalog. So here is a stamp set. So you can totally see the relevance of the paper we were just using. And you have the sun, and you have flowers, and it's just really cute, and you get a bundle of dies and everything. So it's super, super cute. You make shaker cards, but I don't have it. So I used, and actually there's no face on this set. I marked it in the catalog downstairs, but I know what it's called. She used that taco set. Let me find what page it's on. Taco, page 52. And then I'll show you what I used. All right. So this set is adorable, but I don't have it because I can't have everything. But there are faces here. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 little faces. I think you can kind of see them, just like the bee set. So she used these faces and the die from this sun. And I used these faces, which you've seen me use this set a bunch. So there's also 4 faces in here. And then I used the dies from, oh, what are they called? The petal flowers. Oh no, I forget what they're called. Petal flowers, something like that. Paper flowers, paper. Oh, help me out. So I used, where did I use? I used this little medallion, and then I used the open circle. So that's how I'm going to make my suns. So I used her idea, and then I incorporated it into supplies that I had. That's what we do. All right, so here we go. These pieces are already cut and kind of ready. And I'm going to do opposite paper. I just thought it was so cute. I liked how she used the 3 different yellows. I have choices here, so this is what's going to be hard. I brought choices so you guys can help. That's for the inside. All right. So I cut Lost Lagoon as my card base. Let's see. Kim says, I love how you brainstormed what you could use based on what you have. Yeah, and that's what I want you guys to do. And even with that class that I published today, yeah, you could copy exactly what I did, but use what you have. Like use the technique or the layout or something, and then use what you have. That's what I try to show. All right, so I'm going to use the sun paper. So I think I liked that. I think that's what I decided. And I had extra colors for the inside. So I like the pool party, and then I like the sun. So that's what we're going to start with. So let me put these together. Oh, I love this paper. I love it. I would like a pocketbook in that pattern. All right. I'm noticing as I do this that my glass mat has glue all over it. I'm going to have to wash it. But that's what's the beauty is. It's very cleanable. So I was talking about the Demonstrator Party Place Facebook page for demonstrators. But if you sign up in January, February, you can have access, but you could also get one of these glass mats, the stuff that goes with it, or you could pick up $30 of free products of your choice. So you could get one of these sets or something. All right. So there we go with that. So I have I didn't poke out the holes. So this saying is from that same, what's it called? Beach Day set, wishing you a beautiful day. And I'm going to do it in black. She had done her setup with black. So I have my sun that we're going to stamp our cute little faces on. So I can either, you're going to help me, I can use the cloud paper with my suns. Okay, so look at that for a second. Or I can use the white paper. And we'll do what majority says because I like them both. And as you, okay, so the cloud or the white, as you're deciding and typing in the comments, oops, I'm going to stamp my faces right here. My cute little faces. I have my block, I have my ink, and I have the stamp set. I'll do the same face, even though there's 4 faces in here. Uh-oh, where'd it go? Maybe I won't do the same face because it's not here. All right, I'll do this face. It must be on a block downstairs, and I just brought up an empty block. Hopefully I didn't lose it. All right, so let me know, white paper or cloud paper. And hopefully I don't mess this up because I didn't bring extra circles. And if I decide that I like the other smileys better, I'll just cut more of these and glue them right on top. But we'll see. It is cute. All right, so what do we have here? We have, let's see, white, 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 white clouds. Okay, I think it's white. Thank you for voting. They're both good. They're both good choices. And I have extra paper, so I can go use that for something else. All right. So what I'm going to do with these guys is use a dimensional, and I brought up some mini dimensionals because I thought that worked out pretty good. Oh, actually, let's do it this way. I'm going to glue that on first. And I did glue it on. I think it sits fine. You could use dimensionals. I think I'll just stick with the glue, because then you can kind of see the rays underneath it. And this paper is nice because I can kind of follow that straight line to make sure it's straight. This all will pop up after. So, oh, this is what I was going to show you too. If you are unsure about finding the center, just use your ruler. So this rectangle is 3 1/4 wide. So I know that half of 3 is 1 1/2. So then I'm just going to add an 1/8. So here's my 1 1/2 and here's an 1/8. So I just made a pencil mark. And then what I'm going to do is just add glue on top of that pencil mark and do my best to center that sun. So now I have the center, so it's a little easier for me to kind of find the edges. So I also am going to kind of, you can kind of see that I have these edges are pretty similar. So I'm going to try to do that as well. Make sure those are true alignment. And then I like to flip it over so I can see it. All right, so those look pretty centered to the eyeball. If they're not exactly, they're pretty close. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my dimensional to the center. Oops, the glue's still not dry. Center of these, because then it will be easier, I think, to add their faces. Because sometimes it's easier to add the adhesive to the larger piece versus the smaller piece. That's the wrong color. So even though that dimensional is not exactly centered, that's okay, because now I can kind of, with help of my tweezers, find the center. Oh, it is cute with that face. Okay, I'll keep it. So let me just add dimensionals on this. All right, black. Let's see, black center inside white would pop the sun since you're using a black sentiment. Black center inside the white. Yes, it would. It would, Becky. But I don't have that. All right. So now I'm going to use my tweezers to kind of do my best to center that. Again, this paper's handy because we have the lines. That's fun. And so we'll do the inside. This one I can do the inside because I have options. So we can do, let's see, yellow and white. And I have 2 of the strips. I don't think I like that. It's a little too bright. I think we'll stick with the pool party. All right. So if you have not signed up for my open house for Thursday, please do so. It is inside a private Facebook group, and that's only because it's just easier to manage doing it that way versus on this page. And then you can just go back and watch the replay, and I'm going to post photographs of all the projects and links and all that kind of stuff. It's just easy to do that one page versus just on this big public page. All right, so clouds, or we're going to do a rainbow card next, or rainbow. All right, you guys tell me. Here's the rainbow for the inside, or clouds. It's nice because all the colors coordinate because they're all from the same pack of paper, so there's no worrying there. All right, so I'll let you tell me if you want rainbow or cloud paper. Oh, sorry. That's the one bag that I've got this. It's loud. All right, and then I'll get the next card out. Clouds, clouds. Okay, we got 2 clouds. We'll go with the clouds. Thank you. Oh, we have these clouds too, but I'm not gonna. It's too many colors. And so I like the sayings of all of these cards because this is what I wrote in the description. Sometimes you want to send a card like a thinking of you, but you don't want it to actually say thinking of you. So I just think that these are nice. All right, so those are those two. I'll show you at the end, all of them too. The faces really add to them. All right, so the last card, I don't have a sample. I'm just gonna make it, but I have all my pieces. So what I did, I also used a pool party base, but this one I embossed with the raindrop embossing folder. Hi, Deborah. Thanks for hopping on. Well, almost done, but you can always go back and watch the replay. So I just thought with the rain and the rainbows that kind of worked. You certainly could leave it plain because you're not going to see a lot of it. But I love texture on the back cards, on the bases. So once I put that layer, you only see a little bit of the rain, but it adds a little something. And then we have our rainbow paper. So they're all cut the same. All of these are kind of cut the same. The solid is 4x4, and this is just a 1/8 of an inch smaller. So I think it's 3 7/8 square. And don't forget, you can color these in too. You don't have to leave them just white. This one I'm going to pop this up just for something different. All the other ones I glued down. So let's pop this one up. Just do 2 in the middle. All right. Oops. I'm going to find those things everywhere. All right, so that is going to center. It just pops it up a little bit, a little layer. And then I have 3 choices. It's like interactive stamping today. I just have a cloud I'm going to put on there. I have a sun, but I decided I'm not going to put a face on this one. And I could do that flat, but I figured, oh, there's a mark on there. Oh, darn it. All right, I don't have another one. And I could go upside down, but there's nice stitching on there. So there's a little mark there. So later on, I might just put another one on top of it because that's going to drive me crazy. All right, so we're going to put, and then we're going to pop up the sun, right? Because the sun pops up from the clouds. Oh, I didn't glue down my cloud yet. Put it right there. Pop up my sun, I think, right there. And so then I thought we could just say, enjoy today. Oh, that actually looks good. Enjoy today. This one just fit. An arrow. This one I think is too big. I think we'll go with this one. And I'm going to pop this up too. And then I have stuff for the inside. Oh, I'm glad you like it. They were kind of fun. I was putting these together last night. And I was only going to do a couple of them. And one that I said, well, they're kind of quick. And then I kind of couldn't stop making them. All right, so enjoy today. I mean, how sweet is that? Kind of could have a subtle message or not. And then we'll just put these together. So I decided to do peacock on the inside because there's a little peacock. I actually think it's shaded spruce, but you can't really tell because I turned it into peacock. So you could use shaded spruce or peacock, but I think peacock looks really nice with a pool party. So I presumed it was that color. All right. I'll just add my, all my strips are 3/4 inches wide, if you were wondering. Yeah, Mary Lou, I agree. I'll also make a couple of these because I really do think it's a nice kind of a cheer up card. Could be a get well, it could be cheer up, it could be I'm just thinking of you, or, you know, I know times are tough. for here are my thoughts. All right. And I saw that's, I didn't stamp words on inside of any of them, kind of for that reason. So you can just write a little, it's just a little space, so just a little message. All right, so let me show them all to you. That one I didn't put the clouds, but so this is the one I started with that I didn't finish because I didn't like it. Like I put texture on the bag. I was trying too hard. My daughter calls different things like a try hard. So I didn't like it, so I stopped. And then I turned it to square, and I was much happier with that just because with the size. I'm missing 2 cards. Hold on. Oh, they're there. All right. Oh, right, because one didn't have clouds. Okay, so let's see. Can I put them all on here? If you'll be able to see them all. Don't forget, I have to add the clouds to that one. Do it this way. All right, I'm trying to see if you can see them all on the screen. 2 little suns, and then the rainbow. Oh, yeah, I made it. All right, so there we go. So some happy, what did I say? Happy sunshine cards. So they kind of focused on the Sunny Days paper. Bring that back. Which I love. It's just free with your order of $50. It does coordinate what I showed you with that stamp set in the catalog. But if you don't have it, like I don't, you can still use it and make some fun cards. All right, so let me see. Let's see. No, Jan, for these cards, I don't have an envelope. So the envelopes of Stampin' Up! Sells are like just a smidge bigger. This is our standard size card. So let me find, oh, they're all this. This is a darker one. So if you just put it in a regular size envelope, so there's a little space on either side, it fits fine because the depth here is the same as our standard card. So there's no extra postage. If you were to use a square envelope, then there would be, but I just put them in the regular envelopes and they're fine. Super cute, cuties, awesome. Yeah, this actually would be a nice little set of gift cards to put together. Great. All right, so let's see. Last thing, I'll just show you again. If you hopped on late, I was, let me kind of go in this order. I was sent out an email. I think there's a post on my Facebook page. For the next week, I'll be posting about it. But these are kind of the diorama cards that I show you how to put together with different tips and how to put your inserts and all that kind of stuff. This one has a lot of pieces. And then I kind of changed it. So you have, this is more of a shadow box card. So I teach you how to do that. So that class is now available at a early bird price, $25 instead of $30, which will go up to. My open house, I put that link in the comments, and it's been on my page, and I'll put it on again. So I hope you can join. It's Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you'll have to convert it to whatever your timetable is, and it's free. And I think we have almost 70 people in the group, so I'm excited about that. So I'll be asking for comments just like this. We'll be kind of set up the same way. Yeah, Mary Lou, they'll like them. They'll like them. What else? Oh, let me look at my, I had my cheat sheet here. There's 1 month of celebration left, my open house, diagram cards, and now's a great time to join Stampin' Up! And I'll be talking about that too and more as we go on. We have another good month left of incentives. All right. Oh, did Anne hop on here, Nancy? I missed her. I'll have to go back through the notes. But if it's your first time joining today, thank you. My name is Christine Josty of Mail Something Pretty. I go live every week, sometimes once a month that we go, Nancy just mentioned, and my friend Anne from Australia, we go on live together, and it's a hoot, but you learn things too, but it's a lot of fun. So yeah, so check out my website, mailsomethingpretty.com. Make sure you're on my email list. Sign up for the open house because I have tons planned. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it all in this like little space, but it'll be casual. It'll be fine. And so yeah, so I think that's good. If you have questions, just send them to me. Oh, hi Anne. You'll have to go back and watch because you probably just woke up. All right. So thank you very much. I will see you later. Bye bye.